A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that could reshape the landscape of U.S. immigration policy, the Trump administration has filed an emergency petition with the U.S. Supreme Court, challenging a federal judge's order that imposes stringent due process requirements for immigrants facing deportation to third countries, including South Sudan. Solicitor General John Sauer argued that the nationwide injunction issued by Judge Brian Murphy of the District Court of Massachusetts has created a diplomatic and logistical morass, severely hindering the government's ability to carry out deportations of criminal aliens. The administration claims that the judge's ruling, which requires detainees to receive notice of their deportation destination, a minimum of 10 days to raise safety concerns, and 15 days to contest adverse findings, is an overreach of judicial authority. The ruling was prompted by a lawsuit from a group of detainees who expressed fears of torture upon being sent back to South Sudan. Judge Murphy's preliminary injunction halts all future removals to third countries unless these conditions are met, raising questions about the balance between due process rights and the government's immigration enforcement agenda. Murphy emphasized that detainees must have a meaningful opportunity to articulate their fears regarding deportation, a sentiment echoed in the Supreme Court's previous rulings affirming that all non-citizens on U.S. soil are entitled to due process. The court's unanimous stance underscores the legal complexities surrounding immigration enforcement, particularly in cases involving individuals from countries where they may face persecution. The Trump administration, in its appeal, contends that the judge's order jeopardizes public interest and disrupts sensitive diplomatic negotiations with countries willing to accept deported individuals. The administration has been actively seeking third-country partners to accept migrants who cannot be returned to their home nations, a strategy that has led to the deportation of hundreds to facilities in El Salvador, despite their non-Salvadoran nationality. As the Supreme Court prepares to weigh in on this contentious issue, the legal community is keenly watching the implications of the court's decision, particularly in light of the ongoing debates surrounding immigration policy and the role of the judiciary in shaping these policies. Legal scholars have pointed out that the specifics of due process can vary significantly based on an immigrant's status and circumstances, making this case a pivotal moment in the ongoing struggle over immigration law. The Supreme Court is also grappling with the broader implications of federal judges issuing binding nationwide orders that can obstruct government policies, a situation that has become increasingly common in the face of the Trump administration's aggressive immigration agenda. As the nation awaits the court's ruling, the stakes have never been higher for both the administration and the vulnerable populations caught in the crossfire of this legal battle. This latest legal challenge is just one of many that have emerged as federal judges continue to scrutinize the legality of the Trump administration's sweeping immigration measures, often using strong language to express their concerns. The administration has accused judges of undermining the will of the voters by blocking its agenda, marking a dramatic shift in the relationship between the executive branch and the judiciary. The implications of this case extend beyond the immediate context of deportations to South Sudan. They touch upon the fundamental principles of justice and human rights that govern the treatment of individuals within the U.S. immigration system. As the Supreme Court deliberates, the nation watches closely, aware that the outcome could set a precedent for how immigration cases are handled in the future and how the balance of power between the branches of government is maintained. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.